I stood beside my daughter's hospital bed, eyes locked on the slow mechanical rise and fall of the ventilator, each breath sounding like the ocean pulling her further away from me. The doctor's words were void of feeling. The fall had caused too much damage. She likely wouldn't wake up. My wife crumbled next to me weeping. But I didn't cry. I couldn't. My fingers brushed hers. They were small, cold, motionless. Then I noticed something, the rough edge of paper pressed between her fingers. A note folded tightly. A whisper left unsaid. Dad, if anything happens to me, check the CCTV camera I hid in my room. Love him. My heart stopped, then jolted to life. Without a word, I turned and left. A month ago, she asked me for a camera. Said she felt unsafe. I assumed it was school bullies or online threats. I never imagined danger might live under our own roof. The house felt wrong when I arrived. Too quiet, too clean, like someone had already wiped away the truth. I went straight to her room. Found the tiny wireless camera tucked behind her bookshelf, just where she said it would be. I connected it to my laptop, searched through the archive and hit play. My hands went numb as the footage rolled. My jaw clenched. I barely remembered how to breathe. The video began with a soft knock. My daughter opened her door. The man who walked in wasn't a stranger. It was Daniel, my brother. He wore his usual smile, confident, calm, disarming. He shut the door behind him and turned. Then everything changed. His voice dropped. Her eyes widened. She backed away. He moved forward. Even without sound, I understood exactly what was happening. The body language. The looming presence. His raised arm. Her flinching. The push. The terror. I watched my daughter, a terrified, cornered teenager, climb up to the windowsill. One final chance to get away. Then she fell. Or maybe she jumped to escape him. I called the police, and then I sat still. Thinking. Not panicking. Planning. You see, Daniel wasn't just family. He was once my business partner. The golden boy of the family. Charismatic, wealthy, brilliant. My parents adored him. I was the quiet one. Reliable. Predictable. He couldn't stand that. Last year, I brought him into my cybersecurity firm. Thought I was doing the right thing. He gutted it in 6 months. Stole clients. Misused data. Turned staff against me. I didn't retaliate. I let it go. I thought I was keeping my family safe. He saw my silence as weakness. This time, I didn't stay quiet. I started by protecting the footage. 3 copies. 1 on the cloud. 1 encrypted. 1 offline. I sent it to my lawyer. And to a journalist I hadn't spoken to in years. Then I went back into the company's servers. Daniel never changed the root access credentials I created. His arrogance blinded him. What I found was substantial fraud, money laundering, shell companies, hidden assets. I mapped it all. Every IP, every account, every dirty transaction. Piece by piece, I exposed the skeleton of his empire. Then I started dismantling it. I handed over evidence, enough for the police to quietly open a case. Just enough to pique the media's curiosity. Meanwhile, Daniel still thought he was untouchable. I saw him the next day at the hospital, pretending to cry near the vending machine. Most would think it was concern. I saw the guilt, the twitch in his jaw. He caught my eye. I nodded back, just like a brother would. 2 weeks later, the first wave hit. Police raided his office. Fraud, tax crimes. Servers seized. Devices confiscated. The media smelled blood. Stories leaked. Investors ran. His reputation crumbled. By the 6th day, his wife left him. Took the kids. The camera caught the moving van pulling away. I remained silent, watching, until the detective called me in. We need to ask about your daughter. I said nothing. Just slid the USB across the table. Let them see. Let them hear. Let them watch her final moments before the fall. When the clip ended, the detective stared into nothing for a full minute. Then he said, "We'll take it from here." Daniel was arrested the next day. Assault. Attempted manslaughter. Sexual misconduct. Financial crimes. He tried tears. Tried charm. None of it worked. I never went to the trial. Didn't need to. The jury made their decision in less than 3 hours. 13 days after his arrest, my daughter woke up. Her voice was faint. "Did you get him?" she asked. I gripped her hand and whispered, "Yes." She trembled, then smiled. 1 week later, I went to visit Daniel in prison. He looked worn out, hollow. He tried to smile as I entered. "You really did all this?" he asked. I said nothing. "I was drunk," he claimed. She made it sound. I raised a hand. He fell quiet. "You lost," I told him. He let out a shaky laugh. "You always played the long game, huh?" "No," I said. "I only play once." I turned to leave. He gripped the bars. "You ruined me." I met his eyes, clear, cold. "No, Daniel. You ruined yourself. I just watched." Outside, the sky was clouded. But to me it felt bright. Because justice doesn't need noise. It doesn't shout or plead. It waits. And when it arrives, it doesn't flinch. It finishes what was started. Without mercy.